Right, hello everyone. Going to do a bit of perch fishing today. We have fished this little pond before, drop shot fishing, same swim, we had that little perch out of there. And so I thought I'd come down here, do a bit of live bait fishing for them, because there are some nice ones in here apparently. Sort of some nice ones between 2 and 3 pound in here. So let's give it a go, see if we can get them. So right, the first thing I've got to do is see if we can get some live bait. So what I've got in here, I've got some old dead maggots that I had last time. Let's just see if we can get some dead bait. If not, I've got some prawns for backup. Right, just chuck a few out here. It's quite deep close in. So hopefully we'll get some live bait. The weather's a little bit iffy today. It's quite drizzly. So I'm just hoping the lens don't get too mucked up really. Right, let's see if we can get a live bait now. I mean, the weather's got milder this week, so hopefully these little fish will be on the feed. We'll give it a few minutes so we can get a live bait first. If not, then I'll stick a prawn on. I'll show you the swim later on. Just to my left, there's a lovely little bay. And looks really perchy down there. Normally you come here in the summer, that float would have been whizzing under by now. Come on. Unreal, isn't it? Yeah, sorry I haven't done a video for a while for fishing. I have been fishing, pike fishing. Unfortunately, the club that I've been fishing on doesn't allow any of the waters or fish to be put on social media. And unfortunately, I've had some lovely pike. Last week, I was out and I broke my record, my own PB, twice in the same day within a couple of hours. 2 pike, one was £16.7, I believe, and the other one was £17.6. Yeah, lovely fish, big hen fish, and I had another one about £7 as well. But unfortunately, I can't put it on YouTube or anything. I've done a video on it, plenty of pictures, but maybe one day if their policy changes, then we'll stick them up. Right, okay guys, right. You don't want to just see me sitting there with a float in the water, nothing happening. So what I'll do, I'll carry on. As soon as we've got a live bait, then we'll chuck it out and see if we can get a perch today. Right, it's not looking promising at the minute for dead baits. I think what I'll do now, I'll stick a prawn on and chuck it in that corner over there. Looks really perchy there. Right, let's leave that there for a minute, just see if we can get a live bait. Right, okay, just put a prawn on now. We're going to get it over to this corner over here. Nice little bay just here. As I say, it's quite deep close in, so plenty of bits hanging out into the water as well. It's really perchy. See what happens to that. There's plenty of other coarse fish in here, like tench. I think it's the odd carp in here, but there's some nice tench in here as well. I don't know if there's any eels in here. Just behind me is the original lake that we normally fish for pike. And there's definitely eels in there, so they might come across into this little pond. But we'll see. Let's see what happens. I'd like to get some live bait really, but let's get a few more maggots and let's get something going down here. Normally you do that in the summer. There's absolutely millions of little roach. Obviously it's winter, well, say winter, early spring. And these fish aren't so active as what they would be when the weather's warmer. Oh well, we're here giving it a go, that's all we can do, isn't it? So there are some nice perch in there between £2, £3, just over £3 I believe. But I don't think anybody really fishes for them properly, if you know what I mean. thought, let's give it a go. Yeah. Lucky I brought the prawns with me because I might struggle here. I did do a bit of perch fishing on another lake, the other club, and I could not catch a single roach or rudd all day for a live bait. The weather was really cold. Nothing was feeding. I had prawn out, didn't even have a touch on that. Completely dead it was. A bit like this at the minute. Right, I'll leave that. See if a little roach comes along in a minute. Right. Just hope to get some live bait now. Right guys, got some live bait now. Perfect little size roach for live bait. That prawn I put out, they come back and it's completely gone. What happened to that, I don't know. Yes, these little roach are a perfect size for a live bait. Right, it's weird, isn't it? As soon as you put the camera on, you don't get a bite. The jinx of the camera. Yeah, what I've done, I've just casted that little roach to the left a little bit. Not too far out, because it's quite deep close in. It's a nice shelf there, another little bite. Oh, it'll be too big, this one. Good for a pike bait, not for perch. Go back. So I find sometimes when you're feeding these little roach up, obviously it brings the perch in, doesn't it? So keep feeding this little spot up for these roach. I'll drop a live bait down there in a bit later on. So when I've been fishing the other side there, close in, look at that for a little perch bait. Perfect, isn't it? It's about the size of the one I've got on there at the moment. You see why the perch grow big in here? They've got loads of these little fish to feed on. Now we'll get a few more in the net. And what I'll do, I'll drop that live roach down there, I think, after a while. Because obviously there's going to be a lot of things going on there, fish darting about chasing bait, which attracts the perch in, doesn't it? Ooh, got that one. So we'll get a couple more. Maggot's dropped off now. Anyway, we haven't blanked. Right. Right, a quick update. Right, a quick update. It's been a good couple of hours now. I've got a bait just down along the edge of these reeds off here. Yeah, it looks quite a perchy place, sort of somewhere they'd be patrolling up and down. And every now and then I keep throwing a few maggots out there as well, just to attract a few small roach in, and hopefully that brings some of the perch in as well. But yeah, so it's just sort of down on, there's like some old lilies there at the moment from last year. So I'm just off the edge of those really, so it's quite a deep shelf along the edge of there. So it should be an ideal place really for them. Pretty quiet at the moment. The old rod tip did bounce around a bit just a minute ago, so I thought, hello, so it must be after that little roach, because that's what normally happens, and then the next thing you know, the rod goes flying around, but it didn't. So still waiting. I did have it down in this corner here, but there's a lot of weed in there, and the roaches swim around getting tangled up in all the weeds in there. So I've taken it out and now put it down on the side there, and it seems to be coming back clear. I've pulled it back a couple of times just to make sure everything's still as it should be. Yeah, so it's a quick update at the minute. Still pretty quiet. So we've got quite a few hours left yet, so I mean, you know, it's a waiting game, isn't it? Like most fishing is. I mean, catch loads of little ones, but I'm not here for them. See if we can get a nice one, £2 plus out of there, that'd be good. Yeah, like I said before, I've been pike fishing over the last couple of months, but unfortunately the club rules, the other club I'm in, not allowed to put anything on social media. So yeah, just before Christmas I had a nice pike, 14.5 pound, which beat my PB, which previous to that was £13 2 or 3, something like that. And last week I was out and it beat me PB twice in the same day. And I was about 16.5 pound pike, and about an hour later I had another one, £17 6. Lovely fish. I did do a video, so I've got it all stored, plenty of photographs, but obviously I'm not allowed to put it on the channel. So unless the policy changes or something else happens, unfortunately I won't be able to show you guys. It's a shame really, because it's a lovely pike. So what I've done now is sort of like knock the pike fishing on the head now. Let's just see if we can get a nice perch instead. Things are starting to warm up a little bit, but we've had so much rain in England. It's just non-stop. It's supposed to rain again tonight and tomorrow. That's why I'm out today. But yep, there we go. Right, okay, so it's just a waiting game now. That's fishing, isn't it? Yeah, there's loads of little roach, perfect sizes for live baits. So definitely plenty of them in here. Right, just hopefully the perch will come on the feed and see if we can get 1 or 2 out. Right, okay then, let's see how we get on today. Right, pretty quiet on the old dead baits. I think what I might do, put a prawn on there, drop that down there for a while. I've had these a little while. Sainsbury's prawns. Mind you, they do work, because in one of the videos I had that lovely perch. Was it £2 3, was it? On a prawn. It's the one where it kept taking me underneath the bank. So they definitely work. So let's give that a go for a while. This little roach is still alive, so they're going to live for another day. Gone. Yeah, just a normal prawn from Sainsbury's. I mean, they are cooked ones, but say they do work still. Let's drop that out there. Give that a go. Nothing like that on dead baits. You know, maybe these perch aren't in the mood for chasing stuff around. The water's still sort of cold, if you know what I mean. So that's a prawn there. It's a drop shot hook. I think it's a fox one. I think size 6. So let's just drop that down along the edges. As it goes down a bit further down, there's like a bit of a hole and a bit of a weed bed. Let's give that a go. There we go. So we tracked anything on that. Even the little perch will grab hold of that. They're there. Right, so we can get a nibble on there then. Right then, come on you perch. Right everybody, it's pretty quiet at the minute. Not a lot happening. I've Giving that prawn a good hour and a bit up that side there, nothing at all. And time is getting on a bit now. The old weather seems to be closing in a bit. I don't think about another hour, I reckon it's going to be raining. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the prawn for the next hour on the left hand side in this little bay, I reckon. There's nothing happening down there at all. Let's put a fresh one on there now we got it out. So normally you get the little ones knocking it about as well, but nothing. Not a thing. Shall I put a prawn on or shall we put a live bait on? Let's chuck a little live bait on there, I reckon. Drop that down on the side there. Oh, they all got out. Must be a hole in the net. Oh, there's a hole right there in the net. They've all got out. Oh well. Right, okay, let's put another prawn on there. Control that old net. Where it's been in the shed a few years ago, the old mice had chewed some holes in it. And obviously those little roach found the holes and got out. Oh well, I do. Let's put a fresh prawn on here and chuck it down there. Oh, floating that prawn. It's not a bad thing, I suppose, really, because it brings it up out of the weed a little bit. So we got what have we got on there? To there is about a foot. So it's just going to be wafting around like that in the water, which isn't a bad thing, I suppose. Right, let's drop that to the left there, and that little bay there. Give that a go. Yeah, I think it's something there. Caught around the end of the rod somewhere. Hang on a second. I've got it. So it's a little bit weedy down there, but that prawn's floating a little bit. Let's just try that in the water, see what that one does. Oh, that one's sinking, that one. Right, let's just drop it in this little bay here. Because it does look really perchy in there. So I'm going to give it another hour now. And also that wind sort of picked up a bit as well. You can feel some sort of weather coming, if you know what I mean. So it's on its way. They just said it's going to rain tonight. You've only got about another hour and a bit of light left anyway. Ooh. Just enough in the air, do you know what I mean? A bit of a chill. Yeah, that wind definitely has picked up. Right, what I'm going to do, guys, I'll probably wind this video up here, I think, before the weather gets bad and the light starts to go. But what I'll do, if I catch anything, then I'll come back and we'll add it on to the end of this video. If not, then you know I ain't had nothing. Right, okay, so there hasn't been a lot of action on this one. Well, that's fishing. Can't always come out and catch loads of fish every time. Doesn't happen. Right, okay, so I'm not quite sure what the next video is going to be. Just depends on the weather, time and everything else now. But we'll do another one in the next couple of weeks. Either go out shooting or do a bit of fishing somewhere. Right, okay guys, stay safe and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.